Hi, and welcome to this video, my May wrap-up, where I just wrap up everything about my life. I talk about things I did, things I liked, TV shows that I really enjoyed, favorite song. Those are the things I talk about. You're going to listen if you want to. You don't obviously have to. You can totally click out of this video, but I would very much appreciate it and gladly enjoy it if you would stay. So let's just get started, and as always we're going to start with my favorite moments of May. I do have a couple of favorite moments. I have no footage from any of these moments. I don't know, I haven't really been filming things these days. The first thing that I want to talk about in my favorite moments is Y'all West. Y'all West I've gone to every single year since I first moved to Los Angeles. It is a young adult book festival where there's a lot of book publishers and they hand out free books and like you get tons of book swag, so you'll get like bags or sunglasses or whatever that are related to books. I got an eye mask. That was something. But this year I volunteered for it, so I was working it the entire time. I was working the book signing section. I did get 1 hour off, so I got a few free books, not as much, and not the ones I like really wanted. I will talk about them in my spring book haul, which you will see soon. I volunteered for it last year, but I didn't feel like I kind of got out of the experience what I wanted out of it. This year I definitely felt like, okay, I know what I need to do to make this experience what I want it to be, because I wanted to work it, but I still also wanted to get books signed. I still wanted to get free books. I still wanted to like experience the festival for what it is, but still also do my job, which I have fun with every time I'm there. Thankfully this year we finally had a tent over us, so we had some shade, so I was not sunburnt this year. The day before, oh my god, this is something I'm doing every single year. My friend and old coworker that I used to work with at Barnes & Noble, she is the one who got me, I guess, into Y'all West. I went to it before, but I didn't know that she worked it, and she has asked me every year since to then be her like right-hand man, and I just like help her out. This year she invited me to the pre-party. So the night before, went to an author's house. The author was Margaret Stohl. I've not read a single book of hers, but she is a popular author. Went to her house and had a party with a bunch of other authors and presenters and booktubers and other Y'all West workers that are all going to be at Y'all West the next day. And it was just a really fun party, and there was free food, free drinks, there was a free candy bar, just a whole table full of tons of candy that I can take home. It was just a really fun time. So I definitely want to do this again next year. My next favorite moment is Korean barbecue. Two really great friends of mine from work that I have created, we went out for Korean barbecue one night. They both brought their boyfriends. I, of course, am single, so I was the fifth wheel. But that's okay. I wasn't supposed to be the fifth wheel because our other friend, Ryan from work, he was supposed to come, but then last minute he decided not to come. It was very upsetting. We definitely gave him crap about it for a couple days. But it was such a fun experience because this was my first time meeting both of their boyfriends, and it was just a fun time to hang out outside of work and also eat some really delicious food. I actually think I might have footage from this, so if I'm showing footage, then I've got footage. If I'm not showing footage, I don't have footage. It was fun. I had a blast, hence why it's a favorite moment. And my last favorite moment is something that is so simple, but I loved it so much. So for Christmas I got an Echo Show. Thanks, Mom. And so it's the Alexa with like the video screen, and I finally set it up this month. It was about time. And the first thing I did was make a video call to my mom. And I don't know why, but I am absolutely loving video calls. And right now she's the only person I know I can video call, because I don't know anyone else in my life that has an Echo Show. So if you have one, let me know. We can do video calls. Like, how much fun would that be? They're so fun. I love video calls. I've always tried to like do Skype and like ooVoo and all those other ones, but I just never got, not that I didn't get into them, they were just, I kept forgetting my password and it just got like really annoying. So I just stopped doing it, but I love this so much. So I guess my video call to my mom is my favorite moment. I hope you feel special, Mom. That one's for you. Favorite things. I do not have a lot of favorite things because I actually wasn't keeping track of that this month. I don't know why, I just wasn't thinking about it. But the only things that I could think of are my Echo Show, which we have also just talked about. I would show you mine, but it's plugged in and I don't feel like unplugging it and taking it out and bringing it over here. I just don't feel like doing that. So I'll just put a picture of one. But yeah, so it's a favorite thing. I've been really liking it. It's been very handy lately, so yes. And then of course my other favorite thing is Eurovision 2018. So Eurovision happened this month, and if you remember from last year, I actually vlogged myself watching Eurovision and talking about the songs. Eurovision is one of my favorite things of life in general. I've been watching it since 2012. It's so weird. I will say this year wasn't as weird as it usually gets, but it's usually very weird and I love it. The songs are usually always so catchy or they're just bad. But this was the first year where my like number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, like my tops really lined up with the actual lineup. It wasn't exact, but some of them were exact, but it still lined up pretty well, and I was very surprised and pleased with myself because the ones I always want to win end up becoming in like last place. So this was very exciting that the one I wanted to win did end up winning, and it was Israel that won this year, so we're going to Israel next year for Eurovision. You know, Eurovision is great. It's always a great time. I love it. I listen to it nonstop throughout the whole month. Now let's talk about some TV shows. I actually do have a good amount of TV shows that I want to talk about. The first one being The World's Most Extraordinary Homes. This is on Netflix, and I'm the kind of person where I'm obsessed with HGTV shows like House Hunters, or not so much like flipping houses, like that's fine, but people like looking for houses and just looking at how cool houses look. That makes any sense. But this one, there's only 4 episodes and each episode follows a different type of house. So we have the houses that are in mountains, houses that are on the shore or like near the beach. These homes were so cool. Obviously these homes were like millions of dollars as well and probably took millions of dollars to create, but they were just so great to look at, these houses, and then I also really enjoyed how we got to meet with the owners as well as the architects of the houses and talk about how these ideas came to be, how they ended up happening, like how did you get an airplane wing to be your roof, like things like that. And the hosts were so fun. I could listen to those hosts all day. It was a really fascinating show and I really enjoyed it, and I hope there's going to be a second season because that would be nice. The next TV show I want to talk about is The 100. Season 5 just started this month and I'm absolutely obsessed with this show, and I feel like this show just keeps getting better and better every season. It's so good. This is also one of those shows where I forget how much I love it until it like becomes on air and I start watching it again, and then I'm like, oh, that's right, I'm obsessed. But this season is starting off well. I'm not sure if it's like one of my favorite seasons right now, but if it ends the way I want it to end, then it will be a great season. But I'm just loving it. The 100 is pretty much, well, like the first season, Earth has been like inhabitable for years and years now and is apparently not supposed to be habitable for 100 years after the radiation happened. It's been 89 years and we have this like colony of humans living in space, but the air quality is failing, and so they want to send some people to Earth to see if, you know, Earth is habitable now, if they can come back a couple years early. So they decide to send 100 juvenile delinquents. They just take out 100 of their teenage prisoners and send them down to Earth and be like, let's see if they live. Let's see if they survive. They get down there, the air is breathable, they can live, but it kind of turns into like Lord of the Flies, and there's other people living on Earth. Apparently this whole time there have been people there, and they're like attacking the people that just came down from the sky. So it's like, there's a lot happening, and then each season there's like new people that we meet. So like the second season deals with the mountain men. The third season just kind of deals with all the clans, but we also now deal with like an AI person coming in, taking over people's minds, whatever. And then the fourth season, it's more of the Earth elements that are the villain, which was very interesting. I think the fourth season is actually my favorite. This season, yeah, no, I just haven't figured out how I feel about it. I'm still like looking forward to every single episode, so I'm still enjoying it very much. I feel like I'm not gonna know how I completely feel about this season until it's done. So that is the 100. Loving it, loving it. The next TV show I want to talk about is Jersey Shore Family Vacation. I did not watch Jersey Shore when it was first like on air. I mean I watched a couple episodes here and there, but it wasn't really something I was ever really into. But for some reason, Jersey Shore Family Vacation, the first season of them having a reunion, it's back. And I was like, you know what? I'm really in the mood for a trashy TV show, and I remember Jersey Shore a little bit, so let's watch it. I'm loving it. I am very excited about it. It definitely is trashy TV, but I am excited about it. And I mean, the Jersey Shore members, they're older now, they like have kids, they have husbands, girlfriends, they have families, like they have grown up a bit more, so they are a bit more logical and mature, but they still do some things that are like questionable and probably like bad judgment or just like bad decisions. So, because of course you gotta have some drama with a trashy reality show, but I'm really enjoying it so very much, and I heard that it got renewed for a second season, so I'm on board. We're just gonna go on to the next show, which is also the last show I want to talk about, which I'm not sure if I even want to call it a show. It's a mini series, and it's Little Women. It was on PBS Masterpiece. It aired this month, and there was only 3 episodes, and I think that's all it's ever going to be, but I very much enjoyed it. I've watched a couple of like Little Women adaptations before, and they were fine, but they were like boring. And I never read the book because it was just so big. It's a big book. It's a long book to get through. But this like 3-episode show was just, it was beautiful. It was great. I thought the acting was incredible. And I don't know, I just really liked this a lot. And I just wish it could have been longer, but the ending was definitely an end, and I don't think there's going to be anything more with it. But I loved it. And last but not least, we gotta talk about my favorite song of the month. Now this one was very hard to choose. I actually still haven't chosen it. I'm gonna choose last minute which one it's going to be and just stick with it. Obviously it's gonna be a song from Eurovision, and I'm debating between choosing the one that I wanted to win, that did win, or choosing the song that I can't stop listening to this whole month. I mean, I can't stop listening to both of them, but there was one that like, it wasn't my number one, but it is just so freaking fun. And the other one, it's fun too, it won, it's just, which one do I choose? I'm gonna go with the one that didn't win. I'm gonna go with the one that I just have been like craving to listen to this whole month, so I have been, and that is Lie to Me by Nicolas Joseph. And this was from the Netherlands, right? Why do I feel like that's wrong? If it's wrong, I will put what's right here. This was so fun. It's a very like inappropriate song too. I will say I liked the music video better than the performance. I just love this song. I really like it. I had this at my number 3 spot. It was number 2, but then when I watched the performances, it got bumped to number 3. and instead I had Fuego at number 2. I can't remember what country was Fuego. Oh, Cyprus. And I will listen to it 10 times in a row and still be very excited about it. I also still barely know the words to this song, surprisingly, but I love it. So that is the end of this video. That's all I have to talk about for this month. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please also check out my reading wrap up for this month as well as my movie wrap up if you haven't already. And that is it. I will see you guys later with another video. Bye. Lie to me, oh baby, lean up on my shoulder. Lie to me, get down on my body.